Well.
All right, hold on. I got to do my vocal warm-ups. Kirk Cousins is the best NFC North quarterback. Okay, that feels good. Yeah, that feels good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the end of the week and welcome to another edition of GPS.
You don't know where you're going in life? Well, you just tune into GPS, baby, and we'll steer you into the woods, and we will friggin' just leave you out there to fend for yourself. We're not your mom.
No, we're not.
GPS,
honestly,
we're not your mom.
That's actually our new tagline. We had shirts made up, but my mom refused to have her picture taken for the shirt.
Should have did this before the show, but
that's it, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Grossi Perna show, coming at you every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Pretty sure I'm getting a delivery of some from the mailman right now. The dogs are going crazy because they know it's GPS time. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. And
no. Oh. I'm at Brandon Perna.
Oh, do you want me to do the entire intro over again?
Yeah, let's.
Okay, welcome.
Let's go back to week one. Let's start there.
You know what? Let's dial it back. Let's circle it back, folks. We got a great show for you.
Oh my God!
Unlike the game that was yesterday, and you know what? I was on the fence because I've streamed every single primetime game. And I was like, some of these games that didn't look good, they turned out to be good. I am so happy I did not stream last night's game.
Yeah. You got to give yourself a breather every now and then, Tom, especially if it's Panthers Texans.
Yeah, it wasn't for my mental health. It wasn't for that at all. It was literally because that game looked like it was going to be hot garbage. And it was. And you know what? So I'm exonerated as well. We have so much to talk about. We got Adam Gase and kind of how deep this curse actually goes.
Oh my God. It is deeper than anyone could have imagined how cursy he is.
Oh, yes. We have, speaking of curses, we have the Brandon Perna power rankings curse because, good God, he is now the devil. That's essentially what we're rolling with. Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll preview some week 3 games. Of course, we'll look at the Broncos game, which, that's that thing. Then we'll look at the Packers 49ers for Sunday, which I'm going to cry about. And we'll take a look at some of the other best games of the week. But first, in order to navigate you in the direction we got to go, Brandon Perna, what do you got to tell the people?
We got to pay our fucking bills. So would you use all your money at DraftKings? That's all they want is all of your money in the sports betting world. Man, they hate when I go off script,
Listen, like WCW.
Stop letting that guy improvise. He is not good at it. DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. If you want to put some action on the games, use code GPS when you sign up at DraftKings. We got a link in our description.
It does.
And when you sign up there, DraftKings is matching your first deposit. They're giving you a bonus up to $1,000.
Oh, it's $1,000.
So if you put in $1,000, they give you $1,000. So you got $2,000 to bet with, which is crazy.
Wow.
Now, right now, if you follow my betting advice, you're about 50-50. Okay. Whoa. Yeah. My wife calls me Jimmy Neutron quite a bit. In bed. What? What was I saying? Oh, my betting advice. 50-50. I literally posted on Twitter my win-loss record on DraftKings. It is win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. So
crushing it.
I'm half right. But I did bet on the Panthers to cover the spread. And they did. I also bet on Robbie Anderson and Christian McCaffrey to get over 100 yards. Thus, my curse is real. McCaffrey gets hurt. Robbie Anderson targeted one time, 2 times, maybe all night. But
it's all about that DJ Khaled Moore.
Oh, yeah. DJ Moore is. We'll get into that. He's legit. DraftKings. Again, they're giving new players up to $1,000 and new customers $200 in free bets instantly. when they bet $1 or more on any football game. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, use code GPS, and just have fun watching football while you put money on it, which makes it more fun.
It's true, because honestly, like, I would have had to have a bet going for last night's game to be enjoyable. Because you're like, you know what? At least you get to see Christian McCaffrey, because that guy, that little rascal, he's always great. And then he goes out, and you're like, okay, no, this is not.
No. Yeah, he pulled his hamstring, and he pulled it mid-run. I thought he was doing like a little high step move to psych out the defender. Nope, that's just hamstring ripping off of his bone. I don't think it's that bad, but you know.
They don't. Yeah, they said they didn't know the severity last time I checked. But let's talk about Thursday's game, and we'll talk about. Let's provide some context first. So, in order for us to really cover this game, we have to go back to Wednesday's show on GPS. This was.
Are you watching every episode? If you're not, fuck you.
It's. Okay, I was just saying, like, you're going to miss some stuff, but that's, Perna just went all the way forward. What I'm saying is, listen, folks, we are establishing lore. My fans will be very happy about that. We're establishing lore in every single episode, okay? And who's that person?
I just hit the wrong button.
Stand with Lucy McBath. So here's the thing. Shout out. We expect money. Brandon Perna and I do power rankings every single week, okay? And we compare and contrast. The first week, was back, after week 1. And Brandon Perna put the New Orleans Saints at number 1 in the power rankings. Number 1.
Oh, yeah.
And I ripped him apart for it. And I was like, nay, sir. Nay. And Perna's like, yay. And I was like, okay.
Yay.
So that happened. And then what happens in week 2 to the New Orleans Saints, Brandon Perna?
Oh, they got beat handily by the Carolina Panthers.
They got their ass kicked.
So much so. Okay, let's see how smoothly I can do this. So much so that the New Orleans Saints right now, bottom of the NFL in passing yards, 262 passing yards through 2 games.
That was their.
I mean, there are probably bad quarterbacks. Davis Mills probably has more passing yards than that at this point. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. He was put in a bad
situation. He played pretty well considering. How long do you think it takes for Davis Mills to throw up with that long neck? You think it takes like 2-3 days? It's just like, oh man, it's like, yeah, honey, I'm feeling upset. I got a sick tummy. They're like, all right, you're gonna be out a week just to get that up.
Davis Mills has been placed on the NFL long vomit list.
Yeah,
it's 3 days. And if he throws up sometime within 24 hours before the game, he will be able to play.
But that's accurate. Other than that, though, he's had a commish. Now, here's the thing. Brandon Perna puts the Saints there. They get their ass kicked by the Carolina Panthers.
Yes.
So what does Brandon Perna do after week 2? He puts the Carolina Panthers as the number 1 team in the NFL. And now, granted, to be fair.
3-0, they're the first 3-0 team in the league.
To be fair, they win their game against the Houston Texans. However, Christian McCaffrey injured. Jaycee Horn, who you specifically shouted out on this show, going, he's going to get a defensive touchdown.
I said he's going to have a breakout game.
He broke something. He broke his freaking foot. He broke it. He snapped it. It might not be season ending, but good God. So I've seen enough, because 1 time is a coincidence. 2 times is like almost a pattern, because I'm pretty sure it's 3 times supposed to be a pattern, but I'm going and saying 2. So
yeah. So I'm in a tough place, Tom, because
are you?
I believe in the power of the curse, but I feel like if I acknowledge the curse, that I won't be able to curse the teams I want to curse.
Oh, so
you know what I mean? Like, I know who I want to throw in at number 1, and I know which specific players I want to say are going to have a breakout game, Tom Brady, next week. But I feel like if I acknowledge my power, it will be taken away from me.
Well, all right. I mean, if I've learned anything from horror movies, it's like what are you supposed to do if there's a poltergeist in your house, right? I feel like when you acknowledge it, things get worse. Things get bad. But also, I've seen some movies where you ignore it and things get worse.
If it's a horror movie, I know for sure I need D Virgin in the cast.
That's absolutely accurate. Yes. Because he will be the only one that survives this entire thing.
Yes.
So what we're saying is that Brandon Perna will now be taking donations to put your most hated teams at number 1 in the power rankings.
Yes.
And there might be significant consequences. So just be
I'm
careful.
accepting super chats to curse your team.
That's it. That's it. So again, never ever put the Packers at number 1. Never do that. Never do that. I can imagine yeah. Great.
Christopher, yes, it was a great idea, Chris. Appreciate it, man.
Can't wait to wear a Vikings jersey all of next week. Do you know how many videos I do, buddy? It's a lot of videos. It's a lot of videos.
The good news is you already have one, so
I have multiple actually.
Yeah. I was like, man, this will be really easy for Scooter or Tom because they'll already have the clothing.
I have 75 jerseys. Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about Thursdays besides you cursing everybody, right? Let's talk about Thursday's game. And you mentioned DJ Moore before. DJ Moore having himself a Randall night.
He's so good. DJ
8 for 126 yards. Crushing it.
This offseason, like Will Keys and I talked a lot about like the Panthers last year. Like their struggles were weird with Teddy because we were focusing on, what Teddy did in Carolina, and their receivers really underrated because they had Curtis Samuel, DJ Moore, and Robbie Anderson. And I'm trying to remember the stat now. I feel like it was close to having a trio of 1,000-yard receivers.
Yes.
It's like, who the hell's like even talking about this? That's an insane thing to accomplish.
Correct. And
Curtis Samuel leaves, and now DJ Moore is just like the number one. Like Sam Darnold it's equivalent to the way Derek Carr targeted Darren Waller week 1. It was just like every pass was going to DJ Moore. I think he had 100 yards in the first half. So I want to hype up DJ Moore is what I'm trying to say. The dude,
I got you,
doesn't get the recognition he probably deserves because he's in Carolina. Their offense is not great, but they're going to do enough to win games if that defense continues to play really good football. And honestly, that defense almost cost them the game.
True.
Because they couldn't stop committing penalties. They couldn't line up, not offsides. And that will happen when you have a team that's great at getting after the quarterback. I've seen this throughout the years with Von Miller. It's like once a game, he's just like, he's so good at the snap count. Like he's trying to get that edge and he'll get called for being offside. So that's going to happen, but not every other friggin' play, Carolina. It was the only reason the Texans had any offense in the first half was Carolina defense causing penalties. Second half, they tried to murder Davis Mills. I felt so bad for Davis Mills because he was just getting beat down. And he didn't play bad for getting the crap kicked out of him all game, but honestly, what are you going to do with the Texans offense?
His stats, I mean, 19 for 28, 168 yards, a touchdown. I mean, yeah, he wasn't too bad considering he's 3/4 neck. Like he wasn't bad. Like every time he got tackled, like it hit him in the neck. So it's just like, oh, my sternum. Oh wait, no, it's my neck. Yeah, I mean, again, it was an ugly game. I think Carolina, a lot of people thought that they would like blow this team out. And the first half, man, like it was just ugly football.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm very okay with not watching this game anymore. But I think for the most part, the Panthers 3-0, you have them as contenders in the South.
I mean, they gotta beat the brakes off of the Bucks.
True.
Breaks off Bucks. Look at that alliteration.
Look at you.
I don't even try, and I just do
breaks. It. Yeah. Is it BBOB?
My triple B's, baby. It's
That's
back.
Triple B's. Bobati. Bobati. So speaking of this game, there is one individual that we need to speak about, and that is Samuel Darnold, the former New Jersey Jets QB.
Sammy.
Why do we got to talk about him, Perna? Why do we got to talk about? Why do we got to sing his praises? Why do we need to hold him up for the world to cheer on?
Because he's been free. He's the man who's just gotten out of the prison that is Adam Gase.
That is accurate.
And I'm talking about the kind of prison where bad things happen, not the prison where people have fun.
So, like, not in like those. Is it the Norwegian I feel like their prisons are like they got like some spas going on. Like you're talking like, deep
Yeah.
in the heart of the
Well,
Midwest.
there's always somebody who's like, going to prison's not that bad. They got TV there.
I mean, I watched Orange is the New Black. It didn't seem like a good time. Like, yeah, they had antics with one another, but like it turned dark real quick. Like it's almost like prison's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
American History X, the midnight one about the other prison. My brain done. Bye.
My brain word's done. Bye.
Sam Darnold, free. He's a free man.
He is no longer under the, could you even say tutelage? Can you even say that? Of Adam Gase.
Yeah.
And here's what I'll say. If you look at what Darnold did last night, 23-34, 304 yards, 2 rushing TDs. And he's been doing that for a bit now. He had one last week, if I'm not mistaken. He hasn't been playing bad. I think he had one week 1 also.
It's funny because he's playing exactly like you would have imagined Teddy Bridgewater would be playing for the Panthers right now. He's efficient. He's not turning the ball over. He's not taking unnecessary risks.
Nope.
It's funny too because like he had right before halftime, the Panthers had like a really bad series or two.
Yeah,
and I think he was stripped of the ball or whatever. And right away, people wanted to jump on Sam Darnold on Twitter, like that. There he is. There he goes. There's old Sam Darnold emerging again. It's like, dude had a couple off plays in a 3-game series where he's been playing so much better. Like his career has literally been saved by getting the hell out of New York with the Jets. Now, he might have been all right there now with Robert Saleh in the team that they're trying to put together there. Like, he might be a better option than Zach Wilson because Sam Darnold has experience. And Sam Darnold's young. He's still like 19 years old. He's been in the NFL for...
I think he's only like 6 years older than Zach Wilson, who's also, 12. So I think that, I think that checks out there. Listen,
Sam Darnold sneaks Zach Wilson into rated R movies. Like...
Listen, here's what I'm going to say, and people were like, post that because wins are not a QB stat, right? Like, let's not go there. But the man has won 3 games, which is already like significantly better than what he did with the Jets. Yeah, and like his yearly stats, like already. So he's 73 for 107. He's completed over 68% of his passes. He's got 888 yards because he just wants that number to be perfect. He's got 3 passing TDs, only 1 pick. Okay, only been sacked 6 times for over 3 games. Not terrible. And my man's got 3 rushing TDs. 1 in week 1, 2 last night.
3 rushing TDs. That's a nice little nuance to have in your offense, especially if Christian McCaffrey's hurt for a while. I think like it's the point that where a rookie quarterback goes is more important than how well he plays in college, unless like he's a transcendent talent. Okay. Like Peyton Manning, he went to the worst team in the league, the Colts, and he righted that ship. Like that level of elite talent is rare. Yes. And so Sam Darnold went to a bad organization in the Jets. Just horrible decision to hire Adam Gase as their head coach based on him doing nothing with the Dolphins. Like,
hey, Peyton Manning likes him.
Yeah, maybe Peyton Manning made one bad decision, and that was endorsing Adam Gase ever. But like this is just a perfect example of you can see a guy when he's got talent, but there's a lot of bad things happening around him. And yeah, QB, because he's not the only guy playing, he needs a good coach. He needs support on the offense, whether it's a good offensive line, a run game, some sort of security blanket while he develops. We're seeing it right now with Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson. Like Trevor Lawrence, everybody unanimously agreed, best college football quarterback.
Yep.
Not even close. Now he's in Jacksonville, and he looks just as bad as Zach Wilson. So you got to give these guys time, and you got to give them the right situation. And it's hard to sometimes find that because teams are desperate to get that quarterback.
But
and the most desperate teams are the ones who are going to fuck up their lives the most.
Like you look at the rookie QBs coming out of this class, right? You have Trevor Lawrence going to Jacksonville, which is a hellhole. You have Zach Wilson going to the Jets, which I'm not saying is a hellhole right now.
I think
better. It's definitely better than what it was.
I think they'll be better next year. It's like they're building. What's happening with these text messages you're getting?
My DMs are blowing up right now. They're blowing up. They're blowing up.
Breaking news.
People be talking about our curses right now. I'm literally getting DMs to put certain people in curses.
I thought it was because I said the F word.
I think this is how we become millionaires. You know what? I say we abandon GPS. We don't need to do Monday, Friday. Let's just do Wednesday.
Who do we curse?
That's it. It's just Wednesday. Who do we curse? We raise funds. And like they're not going to charity. They're going to
curse the friggin' Bucks.
They're going into pockets, and we ride this gravy train all the way to the station. But what I will say is you look at Zach again. So Zach Wilson going. You have Justin Fields, who's in a great position with San Francisco because they have a great O-line, they have a good defense, They have a good coach, and he doesn't have to play right now. So that's one. And then of course you look at Mac Jones, who I feel like Bill Belichick is going to make sure that like he survives. Unless he doesn't want him to, unless he gets angry because he's late to a meeting or something, then he's going to get Mac Jones killed. But I will say, let him sit, and you need support. Like, look at Joe Burrow. Like, he has no O-line. They fixed it up a little bit, and they brought in some guys during the offseason. But like last year, the Bengals were a bad football team, and they brought in Joe Burrow, and he got hurt.
This is what's funny, because I think Joe Burrow might be a transcendent
I do
talent. Too. But the Bengals, unlike the Colts, I'm not sure they'll ever put the right team around him. I just don't trust them historically, like as a franchise. They're cheap. They don't do the right things. But in comparison to Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert might also be in that category. And nobody really talked about Justin Herbert that way, right? Like before he was drafted, they're like, it's Burrow, Tua, and then maybe Justin Herbert can do it.
Yeah.
And it's just such a guess. It's such a guess.
By the way, I'm sorry. Trey Lance going to the 49ers. Justin Fields in Chicago. I didn't even mention him because he's behind that offensive line, and we know how that is. But again, he is sitting, and he does have David Montgomery to hand the ball off to. But yeah, like Justin Fields is another guy, though. Like, I don't trust him behind Matt Nagy in that offensive line. Like, no way in hell.
No, but he's going to start this weekend, so we'll see.
He is starting this week against the Browns, too. Like, that's Myles Garrett's looking at that like, oh, yeah, this is going to be it's going to be some fun times.
That's what Myles Garrett does when he's ready to sack a quarterback.
and like people are just like watching him. They're like, where's your mouth guard? He's like, I don't need one. I swallowed it. But
I invite concussions to my face.
Thank you, Jacob. What winds up happening, though, is this gets into a conversation of Adam Gase. Because speaking of curses and terribleness, I saw this thread yesterday on the Twitters.
Yes, let me bring that up.
And let's pull it up. So it's coming from Kevin Clark.
Look at me inviting Kevin on the show.
Look at that.
He didn't respond, obviously.
How many followers he got? Like,
come on, at Kevin, tell him to come on GPS, and we'll do a deep dive into the Gase curse next week.
There you go.
I gave him an hour. I said, can you come on in about an hour?
An hour.
Come on, Kevin. He works for the Ringer. But yeah, you're right. He
what else is Kevin doing?
That Adam Gase. All right, we know Tannehill. He escapes Adam Gase. Looks great with Tennessee. Sam Darnold showing that he's a good quarterback now that he is post Gase. Broncos actually win the Super Bowl after they get rid of Adam Gase. That one's a little bit of a stretch because when Adam Gase was the Broncos offensive coordinator with Peyton Manning, that's how good Peyton Manning is. I talked about Peyton Manning turning the Colts around. Peyton Manning made Adam Gase look good.
I just imagine,
if you want an argument for Peyton Manning being a better QB all time than Tom Brady, it's that. It's that right there. Oh, Tom Brady made Bill Belichick look good and Bruce
Josh
Arians
McDaniels look good. Well, all right. I love all of this because yes, you're right. I like to think like Peyton Manning just took like the Aaron Rodgers, Mike McCarthy way and like Gase is like calling plays, and Manning's like, nah. Like we're not going to do that.
I'm doing a good play.
we're good. But like I love this because it gets into LSU and they win the national title. But I love like the secondary part saying that Adam Gase's high school won the state title after he graduated.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
Like I just imagine they're like, he's gone, guys. We can play better now. We can do it.
It's like Adam Gase's all of his teachers just like hate him. Like, oh, he just brought down the whole class. Like all of my chemistry classes averaged a B+, except for the one with Gase, which was a D. He brought everyone around him down. His googly eyes could never like it just distracted everyone.
It's true.
And what's with that beard? It doesn't look good on you.
I imagine like at the end of the year, he went around with his yearbook, like asking all of his teachers and to sign the yearbook. And they were just like, either one, they didn't sign it, or they just wrote Hags, like have a good summer. And that's it. Like they didn't even write who it was from. They were just like Hags. They're like, I had you for 4 years. Like you wrote my college recommendation. He's like, yeah, I trashed you in it. Like I did not mean any of that by far.
Oh, I didn't know Hags meant have a good summer.
Listen, it's a teacher thing. It's a teacher thing because like the kids I didn't like, I just wrote Hags on. It's like and that was
some of those kids are watching right now.
Some of them are on right now, looking through their yearbook, and they're like, "What the hell is this?"
They're like, Tom didn't like me.
No. Yeah, you just write Hags, and that was it. And sometimes like kids called you out on it. There was a kid this past year though that I actually did like, that I told them, and like I was like, I'm just gonna write Hags on your thing, and that's it. And they're like, that's garbage. I'm like, yep. And then I just handed it to them. So, just saying there. But yeah, Adam Gase, nobody signed his yearbook.
Nobody signed Gase's yearbook. I really do think he was a very bad head coach.
Yes.
And like some people are more designed in the NFL to just be coordinators. And I think that was probably the future Gase should have pursued. He got angry when John Elway didn't bring him back or seriously consider him for the head coaching job. But like some guys don't have what it takes to guide an entire team. And I think Adam Gase is probably a very smart offensive coordinator, a very smart offensive guy. And that's like all he should be focusing on instead of cursing everyone around him. Like if you've got that black magic following you, you got to know that.
Yeah. Just like you embrace the fact that you can now curse teams at will.
Yes, I am going to embrace my cursing stink lines. Like they're going to radiate off me.
Yeah.
Although it's like, I've been trying to curse Tom Brady for so long that.
But maybe this is it, buddy. Like this is it. I mean, you had to take out 2 innocent victims in the beginning in the Saints and the Panthers. Like Jaycee Horn is going to call you. Like his family is going to call you and be like, why did you do this to me?
Yeah.
Like, why? And you're just like, listen, maybe, if you waited until the Broncos, we would have had you instead of Surtain.
Maybe the Panthers should have taken the actual best corner in the draft. Boom, Carolina. Roasted.
Got him. Now, heading into this weekend.
Yes.
We got some games. And I know that you wrote this in the rundown. I would want to talk about that. You wrote, should the NFL have, is that Thursday night football?
Yeah.
Like, should it even exist anymore?
Yeah. It comes up every year, okay? You get a bad game, a bad matchup, and next week I think it's Bengals Jags. So
it is. What a barn burner that's going to be.
But injuries. This is why players hate it. This is why real fans hate it. Does Christian McCaffrey get hurt if he plays Sunday? I think no, because maybe his body's a little more rested. His muscles a little more pliable, to borrow from some guy. Maybe that doesn't happen. Also, a lot of people pointing out the turf shouldn't be playing on that crap turf. And after Adam's video where I learned a lot about turf from the guy who built that turf down in Branson, Colorado.
It's true.
Some NFL teams don't want to even pay for the best turf to have in their field.
Look at you, MetLife Stadium.
But also, like Jaycee Horn's injury, that just seems unfortunate. I guarantee that doesn't happen if he plays on Sunday because he's not going to be in that exact same situation where he's backpedaling and turns just that one wrong way on his ankle. So do you like the Thursday night games? I feel like maybe it's like once a month or only if teams are coming off their bye week where they've had the proper amount of time to rest. I just like it's an issue. Like NFL players' bodies need to recover. And as I get older, I'm at age 36 now. If I work out just a little bit too hard, my body hurts for a friggin' week. And I'm staying in shape. Like those guys are putting their bodies through the equivalent of multiple car wrecks every weekend. And I don't think it's fair to ask them to come back after 4 days of rest.
Yeah, I actually really like that bye week idea that you were saying. So like it would start at like week 4 and it would go until like what, week 13 or 14, like whatever the latest bye week is now. And during that time, like, you know, you have Thursday night football in which they rest, they come back, they play on Thursday. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea. And that's the thing, like the NFL, like I don't think they're going to get rid of it because
no, they're definitely
so much money. Amazon has the rights to it and they paid a $1 gajillion for it. I think that what it comes down to, because they were talking about this, I don't know if you saw, I think it was Schefter or Rappaport tweeted that out yesterday, saying that the NFL is thinking about doing a Monday night football for wild card
they've
weekend.
Already confirmed it. They are doing it.
Oh, they are doing it?
There's a wild card Monday night football game.
I thought they were just talking about it.
Nah.
Oh, God.
I'm pretty sure let me double check the Schefter tweet from this morning. NFL announces super wild card weekend that includes Monday night game. That's not the tweet I wanted, but it is.
I got it right here. Yep, it's NFL's updated playoff format by Schefter. Says they announced with the season super wild card, which will conclude with a game on Monday night. So they're basically doing 2 wild card games on Saturday, which I actually don't hate because I did 3 and 3 streaming and that murdered me. But 4:35 and 8:15 Eastern, 3 on Sunday, 1:05, 4:40, 8:15, and 1 on Monday night at 8:15.
Yeah, as long as you let those teams that played on Monday night have the next Sunday game and they're not forced to play a super short week on Saturday, then it's okay. Will and I were talking about this last year. We're like, it might be nice to have one of those games on Monday night, not for football players' sake, not for the best interest of the game, but because 3 Saturday games and 3 Sunday games was a little hard. It was a little bit much.
I don't disagree with the idea behind it. I always worry about the execution of it because it's like you said, because like a Saturday team, they'll play on Saturday, they'll play that Monday night game like on Saturday, like the following week. And I'm just like, I don't know about that one. But
they're just trying to, Tom Brady was right. The NFL is going to just keep making more money and they're going to keep screwing the players. And,
listen, it started off with Nickelodeon and now we have a Monday night playoff game.
Nickelodeon doing the MVP every week now.
Listen, I want to see it on more channels. Like I want it on like the Lifetime network. I want a Desperate Housewives version of the NFL that plays like during the game. Like I want everything. Like
I want the Desperate Housewives cast. So it's like the Manning cast, but just with Desperate Housewives.
With Desperate Housewives. All of them. Just put all of them.
Or Real Housewives. I don't care.
Real Housewives, they could be. Oh, Desperate Housewives show on ABC.
That's like been off the air for 10 years.
Yeah, but hey, Ava Longoria was great in that show, so it's fine. That's fine. All right, before we break down these week 3 matchup games, Brandon Perna, stop giving people seizures.
It's your seizure sponsor, DraftKings Sportsbook. Yo, use code GPS or don't ever bet at all. Ever.
Don't do it ever.
If you don't use our code and you place a bet, you will go to hell. I'm going out on a limb here. Okay. DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, giving
We're this
New
close away
players.
from selling indulgences. Like we're this close.
A deposit bonus of up to $1,000 with their first time deposit. So you're going to get a big bonus if you use our code when you sign up at DraftKings. Link in the description. You can do same game parlays, player props. Now, I did the Christian McCaffrey, Robbie Anderson one, and it was the wrong call. Okay, it was the wrong call. But those, I'm going to look into those because I'm going to try to do like a crazy one where it's a bunch. You do a small bet, but the payout's big. So low risk, very high reward. Like that guy who almost won $800,000 last week. I'm going to try to do some of those. I think those kind of bets are fun, and DraftKings giving new customers $200 in free bets instantly. You don't have to wait. It's instant. It shows up right away. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use our code. I don't know how many times I'm going to tell you have to use our GPS code.
GPS!
You're going to get all the deposit bonuses. Oh, yeah, we got to try this poll thing. And,
right now, I have a poll.
Let me finish.
I'm about to post it.
Okay.
So I wrote, ready for this? This actually might destroy our friendship. I wrote better hair, Perna or Grossi.
Wow. Wow. Can DraftKings make that a bettable bet?
Ask.
Ooh, DraftKings needs sports YouTubers bets.
I agree.
And if sports sportsbooks aren't available in your state, DraftKings fantasy app, you can download that because they're offering millions of dollars in total prizes every week. All right, we did it. DraftKings.
By the way, my poll is up right now. It's up.
Ooh, my poll is up too. You just can't see it.
Wieners. Right now I'm winning 62-38. Now there is a bias.
You son of a gun. That's biased.
But woo! What product you got in your hair today, bud?
None. That's all natural, baby.
It's all natural. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I don't know. You're injecting something in there. There's some performance enhancing drugs there. That's
PEDs for my hair.
PEDs for your hair. You're just like going to the root. That's it. And just getting down to the base right now.
You know what the truth is? I have my schedule. So like I exercise during the day, okay? And I should shower right after I exercise, but I don't have time because I have so many videos that I need to work on. So I have to shower usually at night. And then what happens when you sleep on freshly showered wet hair?
Oh yeah.
It turns into this every day. And that like I don't have time to get a haircut. It just like this beast can't be contained. So I will look like a crazy person.
Thank God you have Manscaped.
Sneak in a haircut.
Thank God.
If there's any barber shops in Denver that want to sponsor and cut my hair at home, boom, nailed it. All right, now tell me how to do this poll, Tom.
All right, so if you go to your stream, like you go on the YouTubes.
Oh, I got to go on.
Yeah, you got to engage with the people. By the way, I'm winning 56-44. That's not a high enough margin, and I don't like that.
Right, let me open this guy on YouTube.
I just got to do it here. Welcome to GPS. This is your technical navigation system.
I see it.
Yeah.
Poll.
Yep.
Hell
Yep. So you can ask any question. Any.
Who should I curse?
Oh.
The Bucks.
Okay.
Or Tom?
What? Yo, this is some BS. I'm a person. So wait a minute. I just want, if they vote me, you can't put a team on your power rankings. Like number one, it has to be me.
Did I say Tom Grossi or Tom Brady?
Oh, I see what you did there.
Dude, I meant to tell you. So
it
was earlier this week. I was saying something to my wife, and I was talking about like, I gotta, because she's helping me with some of like my social media stuff.
Yes,
and I think it was about the power rankings. I was like, can we get this this power rankings? And I need you guys to make it for Tom. And she goes, Tom Brady? I was like, no, Gross. She's like, oh yeah, duh. Why would I think Tom Brady? I was like, I don't know.
So I just want to be very clear. So it was your wife who made the graphics smaller and in black and white.
No, I did that.
Oh, okay, good. I was gonna say, I was like, did I aim at the wrong Perna? Like, is that? But no. Okay, good. I wanted to just make sure that my anger was not misplaced.
Ooh, you're winning for the curse, or is it Tom Brady?
Someone said in the chat, Tom Selleck.
I would never curse Tom Selleck.
I think you did. I think you just cursed Tom Selleck. Yeah,
the
that
most,
magnificent man and
the
his
most masculine mustache of all time.
You cursed him. Cursed him. What about Tom Hanks? What about Tom Hanks? Are you cursing Tom Hanks?
Yeah. Tom Hanks, my wife's least favorite actor. Yeah. Yeah. If we ever get divorced, it's going to be because of a fight about Tom Hanks.
How is that even okay, listen, I could be like, he's maybe not for me, right? Like maybe I don't like his movies or something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of what it is. I don't know if it's least favorite, but
no, you committed now, and now we're running with this bit. Least favorite. Has she seen Castaway?
I don't even know. Yes, I think she has.
I'm sorry. She saw Castaway while Wilson is floating away in the ocean, and he's swimming after her. He's like, what's that?
Fun fact, Wilson made special balls that didn't have the name Wilson on both sides, so Castaway could put the face on the ball. Heard that on Jeopardy the other night. Tom was swimming away, drowning in his own joke.
I'm sorry, Wilson! And we can
Tom Hanks is just like the most likable actor of all time, and my wife's like, not for me.
No, I hate him. We can talk about that movie. Do you know why we can talk about that movie? Because at the end of the movie, they reference the Super Bowl between the Titans and the Rams, and how the Titans were 1 yard away from winning the Super Bowl. Boom. Connection, transition. Let's talk about week 3 in the NFL, baby.
Baby, here we go.
Let's get it. Let's get it. All right.
You talk.
Okay.
I'm going to try to do something.
Okay. The best games. We highlighted some games. We'll talk about our own individual teams in un momento. But we look at some of the best games coming up. Chargers-Chiefs. That could be that could be a real good game. But I will tell you, the AFC West reaction is going to be delicious. And even better, this means that at least for another week, either the Chargers or the Chiefs will be worse than every single other team in that division. Yeah. And I know, there goes a football. I got so excited. And that's how you know that Brandon Perna is going to have himself a nice week.
Yeah. Because for the memes, I am hoping the Chiefs lose this game.
Oh, God.
Just to solidify them at the bottom of the AFC West, even if it's only for a week or two, I need it. I just need to see that dumb little arrowhead logo at the bottom of the AFC West.
Just gone. By the way, Conman says when Davis Mills puts his shoulder pads on, he looks like Punxsutawney Phil popping out of his hole.
Oh, man.
Nope, a little bit more winter still. We're not out of it yet. Now, the Charge, honestly, I think that could be one of the better games. The Chargers coming off a rough defeat. Hopefully they won't have 12 penalties in this one. But the Chiefs defense, as we talked about, not looking so great, not looking so hot.
Yeah, well, both of these teams' strength is passing the ball, right? The Chiefs, 680 passing yards. The Chargers, 675 this season. The difference here, okay? Chiefs, 6 passing touchdowns, just 1 interception. The Chargers, just 2 passing touchdowns, 3 picks on the season. So as much as we prop up Justin Herbert, he needs to play better.
He does.
He needs to not throw picks at key times.
Nope, don't do that.
Just beat the Chiefs, man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just beat them. Oh, 5 points. Grossi is a stinky poo. Oh, man. Adam is the oldest of all of us, but sometimes the most immature.
Yeah. Who do you have winning this game? I do have the Chiefs winning this game.
I'm gonna say I think the Chargers upset here.
Ooh.
I don't know why. Like, it just feels like a Chargers upset.
In Arrowhead.
Yeah. Screw it.
Okay. I think it's a close game. I do think the Chiefs, but I would love it because I have Justin Herbert in a couple of my fantasy leagues. Like, I hope he just slings it, and it's just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna rocket it to the end zone, and he's gonna be like, Rocket Mortgage, sponsored by Rocket. This throw.
Pay off my mortgage, Rocket Mortgage.
Do you think are we gonna get to the point, because now that like DraftKings and stuff like that are like associated with the NFL, I feel like we're gonna get like instant replays that are brought to you by like all these different companies, like that throw. like Justin Herbert's going to get on the mic. He's going to be like, listen, I couldn't have done it without Allstate. I got good hands because of Allstate, and that's the way I was able to win the game. Like, I want to start seeing like this just oversaturation of capitalism and consumerism, with every throw.
I want it like big pharma and health insurance companies where Christian McCaffrey, right after he pulls his hamstring, comes over to the sideline. He's like, today's hamstring pull brought to you by the best health insurance in the game. Also, to manage my pain, I will be rocking with Vicodin today. Vicodin. I mean, I think that's where I want to see her go.
And like you just like go deep into it or whatever. Like you look at Dak Prescott, whose like foot is sideways, and it's just like, ooh, could have used some Bengay or Shaquille O'Neal's like icy hot. This would have prevented that injury. There's so many different ways we could go with it.
Speaking of Shaquille, how weird is it that the General Auto commercials have had to do like a 180 where they had to admit how janky and shitty their commercials looked, and their new commercials like, yo, we know our old commercials look bad, but we're actually a good company. Like, that's the weirdest. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm like, why are you like, it's cool that you're admitting it, but it's also you did those commercials for a long time.
Self-awareness. What was that in that Bo Burnham special? What's that comment he says? Like, just because you're like self-aware doesn't like remove you from any guilt. I butchered that line. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, you're admitting it, but you still suck. Like, that's right. That's what it is. Yeah, because those commercials were bad. So yeah, I think Chiefs and uncultured injuries brought to you by Aflac.
Yeah.
Like someone breaks his leg and then you just see the doc. Aflac!
UC Health Training Center. Where all your broken bones go to heal.
What's another game, Perna, that you see being a pretty good matchup?
This is not a good game it might be a good game, but I'm looking for a Josh Allen bounce back game. Washington going into Buffalo. Washington's got a good defense. Josh Allen knows he's been struggling, he hasn't been playing well. He admitted it. There's a quote floating around saying like he gets too down on himself when he's playing bad.
Who doesn't?
I picked Allen to be my MVP candidate this year, so I think I'm hoping, for the sake of the triple Bs, Josh Allen, big game against a tough defense. And the Bills' defense, I think, is actually better than Washington's defense right now. So not a premier game per se, but I will be watching for Joshy Allen to just torch Washington, who I saw today on Twitter, lowest attendance so far at games this season, only losing to the Saints, who haven't been able to have a game
because they don't have a stadium right now
because of a hurricane.
Yeah.
That's how little people care about this Washington football team.
Well, I mean, they show up to the game and they get pooped on, like literally.
That's
like sewage literally leaks on their heads.
Broken pipes.
Yeah, so I can't say I blame them. But yeah, no, I think that could be interesting. See, Josh Allen decides to do a little something. Now I know you wrote here the Colts versus the Titans.
Oh yeah.
It's a big storyline, folks. And it's not because of Carson Wentz. No. It's not because of anybody else. It's because of one man. All right? Hold on. We got to get props for this. Hype this game up, Perna. I got to get props.
I'm hyping this game up for Tom. I'm giving it all the hype for Tom. You're gonna watch the Colts and the Titans. You're gonna fucking watch it and you're gonna fucking love it. It's the Colts and Titans.
There it is.
Brett Hundley, baby.
Brett Hundley, the bubble gumming chewing son of a gun. Woo! It's Hundley season, baby. It's Hundley season. My man.
We're going Goodwill Huntley.
Let's go. All
right, okay. I know you're a Hundley homer. Colts are they've been giving him first team reps.
I'm Triple H.
Practice squad guy right now. Maybe he's been moved up already. I don't know.
Right.
But Jacob Eason, look good in the preseason. You're not sure about the future with Carson Wentz. At least everybody outside of maybe the Colts are. Why would you not just start Jacob Eason? I know the Colts probably trying to save their season here. They've lost 2 games. They think maybe Brett Hundley gives them the best chance to win this game. But if you draft a guy, put him in there and play, see what Jacob Eason has got. I don't know. I think the benefits of learning what you have with Jacob Eason outweigh getting a win in this one game, because I think the Colts season's already over.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're going that deep. You see,
Carson Wentz, his ankles will get healthy, and he was actually playing pretty well before he got hurt.
Wasn't playing too bad.
I don't know, man. I just think you start Jacob Eason.
I don't know, man. I think maybe the Colts are looking at this. Like, what if they think their season is over? Like, what if it's done? And they're just like, wow, people are going to stop showing up to the games. They're like, how could we salvage this thing? Oh, look, it's Brett Hundley. And what is he doing? Chewing gum. What kind of gum is he chewing? Bazooka. Bazooka sees this and they go, oh my God, this is a sponsorship opportunity. And all of a sudden, all the fans are not showing up, but the gum money from Big Gum is pouring into Indianapolis. Okay?
Is he a big gum chewer?
Yeah. Oh, the biggest. Him and Pete Carroll they just going at it. Right? They have gum offs. It's pretty intense. I don't want to get too deep into it. But yeah, I'm saying that maybe to save their season, they don't need to look to a football player. They need to look to a gum chewer.
Fair enough. Ooh.
By the way, our fans right now are having amazing taglines in this. They were saying a concussion brought to you by Advil, Pick 6 Express VPN.
Oh man, you guys are crushing it with these slogans.
It's getting crushed. It's getting crushed. By the way, I feel like I really wanted like Jacob Eason to go to a team in the East. Like, I would have loved for him to go to like the Jets or the Giants. So like the New York Post could be just like Jacob Easton, and just so, because that's like a terrible headline that they would do.
They would do that.
Yeah, I just wanted to see that. That was the only thing.
100% they'd do that.
That's the only thing I wanted to say.
You're still winning the poll too.
Damn it. All right, listen. Buccaneers Rams. I think one of the more enticing matchups.
Oh man,
this week. Now it's gonna be interesting because Matt Stafford struggled a little bit. Didn't play his best game. Didn't play his best game last week. It's not his best game. But I think the Rams are a very talented football team. They definitely have a better defense right now than the Buccaneers are showing, because the Buccaneers are just like, come on in. They're making pick sixes. Don't get me wrong, against Matt Ryan, but they're allowing a lot of yards.
Yeah.
A lot of them. Tom Brady threw 5 touchdowns, which I know you don't care about.
Nope.
At all. They have no run game to speak of, the Buccaneers. I think that this is going to be a really close game. I did have the Buccaneers squeaking one out, but I think that this is a real close game that could go either way. And if the Rams win, oh, buddy, they are, oh, God, you're going to put them at number 1 then. Or you're going to put me at number 1. And
I might have to save the Rams, put them at number 2.
You might have to. Like, because when teams like, because that's the thing, what if the Broncos legitimately go like 17-0? Like, do you put them at the top of the power rankings?
I'll never put them at the top.
You're just like number 2. Like the Broncos are the most. Like Aaron Rodgers gets traded like mid-season, and they're breaking every record imaginable. And you're like, yeah, I really think that the Buccaneers are the better football team.
Yeah, I'll make excuses to not curse them.
I will watch it just for that. Like just to watch you try and make an excuse of not to put the Broncos there, not to curse your own team. But how do you see this Rams-Buccaneers game playing out?
I agree. I think there's going to be a lot of passing yards. As you can see, both defenses tough to rush against. Just 134 yards allowed by Tampa Bay so far this season. Rams, 175. And I believe at the end of last season, these were the top 2 teams against the run. You see your little Packers in there, 139?
No. Yeah, I see. But you see this? This is going to be the key to the game against the Rams and the Buccaneers. You know what this is, Perna?
A cup? A glass?
It's a cup. Yeah, it's a cup. Cooper Cup.
Oh,
My cup is runneth over. Cooper Cup crushing it right now. You like that? You like that visual aid that I put there right there? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what's going to happen. Cooper Kupp is going to go wild.
Now,
Wild.
I agree. I think there's going to be a lot of passing yards. I think the Rams, what they do is they find creative ways to run the ball. So maybe they are the first team to have some success rushing the ball against Tampa. Yeah, Robbie.
There you go.
Clear that with Pat McAfee's team first. Okay, so I was going to do a segment today.
Do it.
And I forgot to get it in. TJ, our buddy, was giving me a bunch of stats.
Oh.
I wanted to do like bad stats that maybe could be corrected this week. TJ just gave me a whole bunch of stats, and I wanted to read through some of these things because I think they're interesting. All right. And I don't want TJ to have wasted his time.
Makes sense.
First stat, Tom Brady threw 147 touchdowns in his 20s. So far, he has thrown for 134 touchdowns in his 40s. Don't care. Patrick Mahomes has only lost one game in September, thrown one game in interceptions in September. We know this, and they're both the same game last week. Derrick Henry carried the ball 1,836 times in NFL/college, and he's 100% healthy still. How? How, Derrick Henry? 6 teams are averaging over 30 points a game, and 4 more are averaging 29 plus. So that's 10. That's 29 or 30 plus points per game, compared to just 2 last season who were above 30. Any of these stats tickling your fancy?
Yeah.
2020, 256 regular season games. Home teams won 127, lost 128, tied 1.
Oh.
2021, 32 regular season games. Home teams won 16, lost 16. So home field advantage, fallacy. It's a fallacy. Except for, I think there are places where there are actual home field advantages.
Lambeau Field.
Lambeau Field's a good one.
Mile
especially
high.
in the winter. Yeah, mile high is
mile high.
Altitude and noise. And then you got like Kansas City and Seattle where it is really loud there.
Yeah.
They compete for the loudest stadium every year. That's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard.
I mean, listen, go to Colorado, you got to pop an asprin. You got to get that high altitude, like a couple days before, got to pop an asprin. You're going to go on some hikes, going to drive up a mountain or something? Can't have that. Can't have it. Now, both our teams are playing. One of us is actually playing an actual team. The Broncos are playing the New Jersey Jets. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, again, if they lose, Perna.
That'll be bad.
Buddy.
I'll probably have to put them at 9 or 10 in my power rankings.
they'll still be in the top 10, but they will be. But I will be upset about their rankings. Yeah. The Broncos, I would imagine, are going to destroy the Jets. Are they in New Jersey or are they? Oh no, they're in Denver.
This is the Broncos' first home game.
Oh God, they're gonna kill them.
I think the Broncos win. The Jets aren't as bad as people think.
No,
their defense actually played pretty well against the Patriots. Like New England only scored 26 points, and they had great field position. 4 of those interceptions. Like could have been worse. But the Broncos defense is really good. You can't run against the Broncos defense. So Zach Wilson will have to beat them through the air, and that's just not going to happen. So I feel very good about it. I feel good about Teddy Bridgewater.
He's still trying to pass his permit test. So I don't.
Oh yeah, we got to shout out our friend John, who banged out a Teddy Roosevelt shirt for me. Already up on my t-shirt store.
It's looking
Teddy
good.
Roosevelt. It's sick.
It's looking good.
And they are selling. I'm going to be rich.
How much is a shirt?
They're like, let me look. Like $23 or something.
Okay. So you make
Teesprings, like most people sell these for $28. I'm like, I'll take less profit and go to a t-shirt price I think is fair.
That's what I do. Like everyone's like, make it $30. So I'm like, 25 is like, it's a good price. Like, I don't want people. I make like $5 off a shirt.
$24.99, $23.99. Like I see that, I'll buy a t-shirt. $25.99. Like for a t-shirt. Screw this guy. Screw this idiot.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna be it. That's not gonna be it. Now,
yes,
the game.
Packers, Niners.
Oh God,
The thorn in the Packers' side.
The worst
kryptonite.
part, Elton Jenkins is injured right now. Our starting left tackle. We already lost Dave Bakhtiari. The first 6 weeks are all-pro left tackle. And now Elton Jenkins is freaking hurt.
That's rough.
They're waiting. They're seeing, if he can go. They're giving him until game day to go. He apparently was feeling much better yesterday than he was 2 days ago.
Cool.
But I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I know on the surface I look calm and ready to drop bombs.
Yeah,
but
I picked the Packers to win in the pick'ems, and Will really wanted to pick the 49ers. So
that's it. Well,
you're
now they're
cursed.
gonna lose.
You're cursed, my friend.
Yeah, great. Thanks so much. I think that this is going to be a tough game. Now, listen, the 49ers don't really have a lot of running backs. I think they randomly just signed a guy who was just like, we'll run for peanuts. And they just randomly picked him off the street. But
just some buff dude they saw walking around San Francisco.
Yeah, they're just like, hey,
you ever carry a football and run?
No, that's all right. That's fine. We got good. They have a good offensive line. We have no pass rush whatsoever. Zadarius Smith being out is killing us. So Jimmy G is going to have all day and a month and a half to throw, which is a little concerning. Look for Deebo Samuel to potentially have a good evening. But yet, Joe Barry is going to have to bring his A game. What does that look like? I don't know yet. They did real well in the second half of that Lions game. They shut him down. But I am concerned about this game. I give the I think I give the nod to the 49ers, but I will never pick against my own team. So it's the Packers all the way.
This is probably what's going to happen right here is San Francisco is going to run the ball a lot, and they're going to run it effectively, which means Aaron Rodgers is not going to be on the field a lot, and it's going to be hard for him to get rhythm going with that offense.
So the Saints game.
So, yeah, that's how I think they lose it. But look, Aaron Jones was just unstoppable last week. If the Packers are smart, without, say, trouble at left tackle, what do? Quick passes, dump that off to Aaron Jones again. I think you rely on your running backs. You kill the 49ers with a little bit of their own medicine. All right. You drafted AJ Dillon, pound it. Pound the rock. Look for Aaron Rodgers to have an efficient game. 260 yards passing, 1 touchdown. But the Packers commit to the run, and that's how they beat the 49ers.
Man, I love that optimism. Against the 49ers and Seahawks, Packers fans have just so much trauma that I don't know. But look at that. The shining light. I don't know if you cursed us just now or
Holy. That is Teddy Holywater, another nickname for him. Listen, all right, I'm done, Tom. I'm done with this show. How about you?
I got pee real bad.
Yeah, me too. Coffee I've been drinking really going through me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you showing up for yet another edition of the G, the P, the S. Fantastic comments, by the way, today with the sponsorships. That was phenomenal. We appreciate you watching this show. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We'll be back here Monday, hopefully celebrating victories for both of our teams. I'm going to be up super duper late, so I'm going to be super cranky Monday morning because I'm going to be up until 2:30 in the morning because I got to put out a post game as soon as the Packers are done playing. But I'll be here.
Tom will be there. I have one request. If you could take the link to this show and tweet it to Dick Wolf, and ask him to turn this into a huge hit. He's done all the Law and Orders. He's got a new thing of TV shows coming out. Put us on Dick Wolf's radar.
I got a neighbor named Dick. I actually do. That's actually a true story. He came over today because he's getting a tree chopped down and asked if I wanted the wood. I said, yeah.
Dick Wood.